Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm joined by the Ginna and Redders, and we're going to do a quick review for episode 5 of the Halo TV series called Reckoning. And honestly, I think this was the best episode so far of the season.
Yep.
Absolutely fantastic. I'll jump to you guys first, though. What did you think, Redders?
There are spoilers in this review.
As well.
Yeah, it's my favorite episode. Yeah, I'll tell you what I loved about it. It's the first episode that gave me chills, and I don't watch Halo. I'm not a Halo fan. Never really played the games. I dabbled in them a bit, so I don't really have any point of reference. But this gave me chills. I'll tell you the bit that did it as well. When they're under attack from the Covenant. He's come out of his little cave, and it's his objective to get the artifact to the
We're
ship.
about Master Chief here, not just some random guys like, I'm out of the cave.
Not a sand ninja.
Not a sand ninja.
We'll
get to that in a bit.
So, and he's running through like this fucking massive opening, and the Covenant are coming at him, and he's firing his pistol into the Covenant. And Cortana says, "Switch to secondary," and he says, "I know how the game is played, Cortana." That gave me fucking chills. I felt it go right down me. It was so good. I literally felt it go right down me. It sent a shiver down my spine. Even now, I'm getting excited thinking about it. That was such an epic fucking scene.
Yeah, the whole scene from start to finish. It was just action. There was everything, like literally all of it, from like jumping onto the warthog, driving up, and then he's like, "Nah, fuck this!" Jumps off a warthog, off like onto a ghost. Is it a ghost or a banshee?
I think it's a banshee.
And like he doesn't
flies that motherfucker.
Yeah, he doesn't get in it like he does in the game. No, he's so buff. He holds it underneath and he turns it and he flies it into this fucking Covenant ship and it explodes and then he just gets up and he's like, "Yeah, you what?" And I'm like, it made you think that Spartans were bad motherfuckers. And I was like,
that bit where it's all blown up and there's like just the remnants of a jackal trying to
crawl away,
body, and you can see how fucked they are. And then there's Captain Keyes looking on, and he's like, "Oh, Chief's dead. He's blown himself up." And like you say, he just stands up, middle of the fire, a bit of dust on him, and then they all kind of like.
It was such a cool conclusion to that episode. And again, like Kai goes through more character development in this episode, and you really start to become emotionally invested in her. And that end scene where she's getting fucking annihilated, basically.
Yeah. So basically, she for those who may have missed our last review or haven't watched it, she watched Master Chief remove his little chip out of his arse. She's then done the same, so she has the feels. Yeah. And unlike Master Chief, who's like a machine, when it gets into combat, she gets overloaded with the feels, and it gets a bit too much for her. She's like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then she gets basically absolutely annihilated by tons of Covenant. So Master Chief's like, "Screw the mission, I'm gonna save her."
But that's what I loved about it. Like he was not gonna let her die. I mean, he was a proper fucking hero in that moment.
Yeah, it was really good.
It makes me like I want to see more now. I'm on that fucking like precipice. I want to see more. Fuck Kwan, don't care about her. I want to see more Master Chief in this relationship with Kai and Halsey.
Yeah,
I want to see him curb stomp an elite. We've never seen that in the game before. Like he pummeled his head into pretty much a mush anyway, and then he thought, "Yeah, I'll just put my boot through it to finish him off."
I thought though, she was laid there like dying, and she's like, she does. We don't know if she's dead or if she's alive. She
better be alive.
She's passed out or dead. We don't know, but she's like, "Master Chief, don't," like when he's battering the hell out of this thing. And I thought he's gonna be like, "I'm not a monster," and he's like, no, he just was like. I just stomped his head in. I was like, "All right, well, that works as well."
I'll tell you what.
Like, don't kill him to save your humanity. She was still fixed on, "Don't kill him. There's an artifact over there we need to grab." But he'd obviously lost track of the mission for a moment and just kind of his feelings took over.
Tell you what I liked about it. It kind of the roles were reversed a little bit, like because he doesn't like the fact that she's removed her chip. He thinks. He doesn't like the fact that she's removed her chip. He thinks that she's not worthy of combat now. Like
he removed her from active duty.
And what I liked about it was she was the one who told him that not to do it, even though she's the one experiencing all the feelings and getting annihilated. She's the one who's like literally lying there dying and tells him not to do it.
Yeah.
But then Master Chief's like fucking stomps on the dude's head. Like it's epic. I fucking love this
Such
episode.
a good scene.
I watched that end scene like 3 times in a row,
We-
like on the same watch. It was just so fucking cool, man. So
We
cool.
finally got to see something other than elites as well.
Yeah.
And my God, they nailed the jackals, the grunts, even that. Well, with spoilers anyway. They know the brute who turns up at the end.
Is it
Yeah.
Atriox?
He's got Atriox's hammer, the triple blade one, but he's not wearing the armor. His face,
Beard as well, isn't he?
yeah. So there was a post that went out saying that it could be him, but it doesn't. They must have changed him massively because it shouldn't be him. He was one of the ones who used to go out and they used to send him 30 at a time on suicide missions, and he would be the only one that would come back each time. So if this is him, they've literally changed his entire backstory. So, but
Maybe.
yeah, just seeing how big they are because the Spartans are huge throughout this whole series. You see how big they are, like in towering, and the elites are a bit bigger. And this guy turns up and he just looks massive. He just one hit, sends him flying. And when he gets, I need a weapon, and Cortana's like, I don't think it'll make a difference. Like even she's like, yeah, he's nails. Like,
yeah. Didn't get to see much of Cortana in this episode, did we? But she's there, just not.
She does. Didn't she?
heavily
She
laced
switches
with-
him off though, doesn't she? He basically what happens early
said
on.
that too.
They tell him not to touch this new artifact, and he does because he wants to find out the history. Because everyone's lying to him. Basically, Halsey's lying to him. The Colonel-y, generally blokes lying to him. So he touches it, he gets stuff back, and he's like, "You're a lying fucker," and he goes to like smack Halsey in the face, and she just gets like Cortana to like cripple him. Basically, she just switches him off, and he's just laid there like. And then
turns him off like a fucking light switch.
She does.
She's become really funny as well. She's becoming more like the games where he has that conversation with Kai saying you're not active, and then she's on about like, oh, the hair color really suits and stuff, and then he goes, oh, can you be quiet? I can't hear myself think, and she goes, I can hear you think. You're not missing much.
Yeah, exactly. I thought. I'm glad they used the same voice actress because she does a fantastic job on that. I don't. Did they use her for the face of Cortana in the game or in the TV show?
She's in mocap, so they got her with the camera and all the dots.
Right.
So it is her. That's her in the TV series.
Yeah, I mean, but in the game, is she modelled after in the game, or is it just? Obviously, it wasn't originally because like it was squares.
In the game, I've seen things before where they're showing her in mocap, her and Atriox doing and stuff.
It's the same Cortana in the game as what's in the TV series.
Yeah, same match. Yeah, that's why it's really good.
I thought the Cortana in the TV series actually looked like the one who plays Halsey. I thought they actually did look pretty similar.
So when they cast her originally, she was going to do both parts, and then not long after before they started filming and after they'd finished casting, they then decided to bring Jen Taylor, is it? I think it is. They decided to bring her on board.
Truman's girlfriend. That's all she's been in. She was in the Truman Show as his girlfriend. That's it. I can't think of what else she's been in. She has been in more.
Solaris, or he's hallucinating about his dead girlfriend. Is she there? Is she really not there?
That's it, yeah.
Beautiful woman back then.
I'll tell you what, I was quite surprised to learn that the woman who plays Kai is actually fucking 6'3". I thought they might have done like low camera angles to make them look taller, but she is fucking unit. She's hench.
Jen Taylor is Cortana's voice actress, but Halsey is Truman's girlfriend. That's who I'm on about anyway.
Yeah, I was on about Jen. They brought in late. Originally it was going to be Truman's girlfriend.
Right, doing both. I'm glad they didn't. It's a nice nod.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the Jen Taylor voices Zoe in Left 4 Dead and Princess Peach and Toad and Toadette in Mario. There you go. Fun fact for all of you.
I think you wanted to discuss Sand Ninjas, didn't you, Ash?
Yes. So obviously, there was the really good last sort of 15-20 minutes with the Covenant attack. They basically take they're trying to evacuate this relic, and then the Covenant come down. All hell breaks loose, and it's amazing. But before that, we got our favourite friend Kwan playing Sand Ninja in Wales Desert or wherever, some quarry. She's handcuffed to a motorbike with sort of like bits stuck on, like you said in the last episode, and that other guy with the dodgy arm, he goes off to find his ship or something. I lost track because it's a Kwan bit and it's not that exciting. And then he comes
and it's a 100-mile walk. Only he can make it.
Yeah, so he wanders off, and she's like hitting the bike angrily the first time, then it sort of like goes off to something else. Then it comes back, and he comes back to the bike. Obviously, he's walked quite a long while and quite quickly, because otherwise she would have died. Because 100 miles is either way is quite a long walk. Like, it's got to be more than a day. And he didn't leave her any food, and he left her in the middle of a desert, handcuffed his bike, and there's no one there. So he goes to the bike, and then she ninjas out of the ground, like she's hiding under the sand, under a sheet or something. I don't know where she got it from. And she jumps out and she like tases his ass. And I'm like, has she been hiding under that sand all this time, not knowing when he gets back? Like, or did
In
she?
a desert.
Or she be like
No
saw him
water.
coming and she quickly dug? Because how would she know she was fully covered unless she spent a lot of time? And that way, how would she breathe? And she would cook in a desert because the sand is hot. So I'm confused by her sand ninja skills.
And she
Some
has
animals
completely
do bury
outsmarted
themselves.
a trained killer.
Yeah, exactly.
Never
Yeah.
saw it coming.
Yeah, he's like, oh, she's gone. I better look at this motorcycle. Like, not take a look at your surroundings, look for footprints. Look where she's gone. Look,
Was she still handcuffed to the motorcycle at the
She
same
broke-
time?
So what she did was she kept hitting it with a rock. The rocks kept breaking. So at one point she decided to slap herself in the head and go Kwan as loud as she could for no apparent reason. Just shouted Kwan angrily, really annoying. And then she keeps hitting it with different rocks. And then one rock eventually doesn't break the handcuffs. It breaks the bit of the bike that he's handcuffed her to.
Smart.
Smart. And then she's like, oh, panicky. What am I going to do? And then what she clearly thinks is, I'll hide under the sand and wait for him to come back. So if
Worst thing could happen. You know, no
does he
water
walk
in the
100
desert.
miles and 100 miles back? Or does he walk for a bit and then come back? Because if he's walking...
Nah, he walks for a bit. He doesn't walk for 100 miles. Fucking hell.
I
if
got,
he's
got
walking,
I,
he's like, what, 3-4 miles an hour?
He's
How long
100
should
miles
he be there?
away.
That's what I mean.
Wanders off to find another vehicle. He doesn't
it's been
walk
like
100 miles.
3 weeks, and she's just laid there under this sand.
He's not a fucking proclaimer. Like, he's literally gone like 2 miles.
Well, that's
come
what I
back in a
got
car.
confused. It's those
No,
sections
he
are
didn't
very,
walk 100 miles.
very terribly, in my opinion. The story's dog, like the bit where she goes and meets her auntie or her grandma or something,
Oh,
and then a ninja comes in and just kills an auntie, uncle, grandma.
Fucking ninja. That's another thing. Like, who is
That's
this
the
ninja
one
that
who
just
was
come
looking
out of
at the
nowhere?
bad guy's naked butt in the last episode, or this episode. I don't know. It all blends into one with the Kwan stuff
who is
just
she?
merges. Yeah.
So the ninja who tries to kill her was the episode before, who kills her auntie. Or
Right.
whatever.
It all blends
her
into one nowadays.
She
and
is
then
the
this
worst part of
episode
the
is
show.
when she becomes a sand ninja.
If there isn't a big payoff for the Kwan sections, then it's a massive waste of time, because like I'd rather they just had more people talking on a spaceship or something. I've like all those Spartans. They took their helmets off in this one a lot more, and having a lot more conversation between them. And like, because the one who painted her hair, which took me ages to notice she'd changed her hair color, I'm so blind. I was like, I'm sure she's got a different hair.
2 minutes
I'm like,
on screen doing it.
I'm sure she's blonde, and then I was like, she's not now. But she was talking to the other guy, and he's like, so just dead, like, I am a Marine. Yeah. We kill if we have to kill and stuff. But I did like that. The generally woman's bloke's daughter. I can't remember the name. Yeah, she got a lot more screen time, and I like her thing. And I did like how Halsey saves her later, and it shows she's not. Because I was like, well, if she was that evil, she'd just let her die. But I don't think she's as evil as she comes across. I just think it's how she's acting. I think there'll be more to that later on.
The only thing that I want to see from Kwan at this point is for her to somehow sacrifice herself to save Master Chief. That's how I want that circle to come to fruition. Because she is fucking boring. She is so boring. I'm not interested in that story whatsoever. I want to see her sacrifice herself to save Master Chief.
I just don't get the point of her story. If it was like a big story to show the whole civil war that was happening at the time between the outer colonies and the UNSC, I'd get it. But the UNSC like saved her ass. Master Chief didn't kill her, and then he gave her opportunity to, like, there's so many things, and like, she's lost her resistance, she's lost all her money, she's lost everything, and it's just like there's no progression here. If anything, she's going backwards. Shit's getting worse for her. Like this.
And what's the point of the resistance? Because the aliens are just going to absolutely annihilate them. Like, the aliens come down, they ain't going to do it, are they? So, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be an end goal to this whole thing, but I don't know where it's going. I don't care where it's going.
She better not fucking make it into season 2. That's all I'm saying.
She
Like,
will.
if she's in season 2, I'm not watching it.
She
I
will.
can't be
Well,
honest.
she's cheap.
She becomes
Yeah,
a new.
storyline.
She's going to become a new Spartan, like a short Spartan. You're a little short to be a Spartan. She's just got the helmet on and stuff. She single-handedly she snaps the halo by she like punches the ground. She goes Kwan, and she like punches it like Superman punches it, and it smashes the halo, and that's how it ends. Not Master Chief, it's her and her ultimate sacrifice. And then season 2, they don't even have Master Chief in it. They're like, we don't need you, Pablo. We've got Kwan. That's it. Be gone.
Yeah. Master Kwan. That's what's going to be
Kwan,
in season 2.
How long has been in this program as well? Like, how much time is supposed to have passed? Because it doesn't really give you dates, does it, as you go in?
Must be a while, because they keep coming and going to different planets, and I don't know how quick space travel is. Like,
it's like driving on the M4. But like, it's. But I mean, there's got to be at least a few days or something, and her hair is still immaculate. If anything, her hair's shorter now than when it started, so she's getting fresh top-ups somewhere.
Yeah.
Whilst being the most wanted person in that part of the galaxy, apparently.
Herself, isn't she? That's what it is. She got all that time chilling in the desert under fucking rocks and shit. She's all right, quick tidy up.
All those sharpened rocks she smashed on the side of a motorbike.
It's terrible, isn't it? It just baffles me. But this episode, like I say, was fantastic. Ignore the Kwan stuff; it would be like a 10 out of 10 episode. But with the Kwan stuff, I'd give it an 8, just because you've got to give it a negative for the stupidity of the story. But like, take that out and you focus on the Master Chief story, the Covenant story, the CGI, the action. It was great from start to finish. I was like hooked all the way through that episode, pretty much.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, Kai better not be dead. She is the saving grace of that show at the moment for me.
Even when Master Chief decides to go off the rails and touch the thing he's been, the keystone, when he's been told not to touch it, that bit had more story development than Kwan so far, where he's talking to Cortana and he's like, pull up my adoption records. There are no adoption records. What about the other Spartans? None. Okay, so hundreds of us got adopted, but there's no records we were ever adopted, went to a facility and a thing. And she's like, yeah, I have all the human knowledge. He's like, so why isn't that there, like, type thing? And then that makes him so angry he does it. Yeah. There's a little thing he finds, he investigates it, and there's an end result, which almost results in him pummeling Halsey's face in.
Yeah.
With Kwan, it's been something happened, her daddy died, and lots of people tried to kill her. She was offered a chance to tell everyone how bad things are and save billions of lives, and instead she went, I'll tell him it was you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so you're going to let billions of people die. Good move. And then she's just been constantly moaning about wanting to go home. And then she's got home, and nobody wants to fight for her. Everyone she knows is now dead, and she's got no money. And she's
like a
now
shitty sequel, isn't she? That's what she is. She's a shitty T sequel.
So not only is she now stuck in the desert like she was already, she's wasted time dehydrating in the desert. She's now knocked out like a 6'8", 6'9" Spartan
she
in
can
armor.
eat him though to stay alive.
She's either got to leave him there to die or carry him, which is what she's done, is made more work for herself. If she'd have just waited for him to come back and went with him, she'd be in a better position.
Bull Bear Grylls and gut him and use him as like a fucking tent. And to sleep in him for a few nights till she gets the bearings.
Like Luke Skywalker in that the fucking thing he was riding in the third or the third film. She's just gonna gut him and climb inside of him.
Climb inside. Drink the water from his kidneys.
That would make it more interesting. I'd watch it a bit more then. Give it some purpose.
Sleeping bag that I keep with me for cold nights.
She might get set upon in the night by like these mysterious creatures. She could then pop it foreign. So like she's inside of him,
like a mech.
Like she's just controlling his arms.
That's how she becomes Master Kwan. She's actually in his body. That's it. You see.
The planet they're on is the planet she grew up on, and it's in the area that she grew up in, right? And Auntie's house is there, her place is not far away. And then when she's like, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, oh, watch out for the bugs. They might be bad here. She looks around panicky, like, oh, what are the bugs going to be like? It's like, you're from there. He isn't. If anything, you should know about the bugs and stuff in the desert and whether they're worth worrying about. Like,
yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
the whole episode in general was a plus, though. I'm looking forward to seeing where the series goes, and if we get more action like that, it's a.
I would give
just
it
thought-
a 10, but a -1 because of Kwan, so a 9.
I
When
gave
they
it
first
-2
showed-
for Kwan because it was that
First
bad.
trailers, there was a scene of Kwan in the rain, looking up to the sky, thankful for the rain and getting drenched. Are we going to have another 2 episodes of her in the desert, almost dying of dehydration, and her big redemption arc is it rains and she can have water? And that's the scene from the end where she's like, "Oh, I don't die, I've got water."
What you don't realise is that Master Chief's just off camera pissing on her. That's how it ties back in.
Amazing.
But yeah,
But yeah,
like I say,
we don't like Kwan. That's
No.
the general best
We've,
fight.
we've
so far.
digressed here a little bit.
hey, if we were
Just
writing
go
this
Kwan.
series, it'd be amazing.
Would
Kwan
be,
in a gutted
Guys, Soren.
Kwan Soren suit, using him like a mech in a Master Chief armor, smashing a halo with her, with her, like just with the power of the rain. Clearly,
I'll make a promise now, right? If they managed to somehow redeem Kwan's story to the point where when it ends, I go, actually, it was a good story or it brought something useful to the show, I will uninstall Halo 2 when Season 2 drops. And I really want to jump in, because it'll be interesting for a month. And I won't play it
You
for
already
that
won.
month.
it means
If
Halo
Kwan's
Infinite.
story is interesting by the end of it. So if it's interesting, I will uninstall Halo Infinite and not play it for the first month of Season 2 if they manage to redeem a story. That's how confident I am. She's wasting my time and she's there because she's cheap.
I'm
How many
honestly
more
surprised
episodes- How many more episodes are there of the TV series?
though.
4.
4. So we've got 4 more weeks.
Yeah,
That's probably more relevant content than what Halo Infinite's going to have for the next 6 months.
yeah.
Hey, there's a lot coming in that first month. After that, it's dire.
Yeah.
Don't worry though.
You've got to
Season
wait
3, you're
then.
gonna get like a new mode. It's gonna be like Desert Kwan mode, and you're just gonna have to. You all
Desert Kwan.
hide and seek with Kwan. That's gonna be the new Halo Infinite.
It's going to be like
You know,
King of the Hill,
you know,
but it's
as
not.
soon
It's
as-
gonna be Kwan of the Hill. You have to try and survive Kwan.
Yeah, but it has to be on Behemoth on the sand level.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
call it
it.
Sand Ninjas. Sand Ninjas loadout on Kwan of the Hill.
Oh. But yeah, we'll end this review here because we could go on for another hour about how bad that is. If you've liked this video, hit that like button, hit subscribe. Like I say, we're going to be doing more Halo reviews as the episodes go on, talking about the what the Sand Ninja does next. Will there be another butt next week? We're keeping count. Like I say, there's a lot of butts in this season, so I expect more by the end of it. And yeah, just check out the channel for sort of daily content because we're pumping it out for you guys.
Smash
Yeah.
subscribe like Kwan smashes her own head.
Kwan! Oh, but yeah, we'll
That's
see.
how we should sign off every fucking episode from now on for XBL.
Kwan!
She probably hits herself in the head as well. It's frustrating. I'm going to watch it again just to make sure I'm not imagining how bad it was.
Shouting Kwan, that's the thing. I've just been going along with it. I don't remember it shouting Kwan.
No, I
think
don't
you-
either, but
you're delusional.
I believe you. I believe you, Ginna. And if you're lying, you're just lying to all these poor YouTubers, people out there. False news and stuff.
Sorry, Fimba.
Oh, but yeah, we'll see you next week for episode 6. Bye, everyone.
Alright.
Kwan.